I know you've been doing yoga for a long time here, and I know you've been involved in the coaching world and the athletic world, but if you had a chance to go back in time here a little bit, I mean, what's one big message you wish somebody would have told you about incorporating yoga into your practices or into your training or into your preparation as far as your daily or weekly cycle goes, and where do you think you would have been, if you would have done that?
Man, if I had yoga back when I was playing sports, well, one, yoga was what allowed me to let go of asthma. So I would have learned to breathe, and that would have made it so much different. To be able to breathe while in sports would have been a great thing, to say the least, and then also to increase my longevity of my career, as well as the performance level of my career, to have the flexibility to give myself the full range of motion and the power that comes along with that full range of motion. So that I know I would have really tapped more into being even more of an elite athlete than what I was had I had yoga early on. It also would have given me a little more mental focus, as well as the understanding that I have a different understanding by getting on my yoga mat about what I'm putting in my body, because I can feel it on a daily basis on my mat. With athletic, it was kind of, if I'm in pain, I'm just going through it. But I never slowed down enough to realize, wait a minute, that beer I had with the fellas last night wasn't necessarily the best choice I'm making now. And so if I had that way of living early on in my career, it would have been a little different. Like I said, yoga finds you when you're ready. I'm not so sure I was ready to find the way to being the elite person that I am now early on in my life.
Well, Sid, man, I really appreciate you taking some time out of your day and answer some what I think are kind of basic questions that people are going to ask, or what questions, to be honest, that you and I had when we sat down, and I had to unload some of my thoughts and some of my skepticism on you when we first got started here. So I appreciate you taking some time out of your day. I know you're a busy man, and you're being sought after all over the country now, and it's great to see that the guy's taken his passion and actually turned it into his job, but he never really goes to work every day because he loves what he does. So I really appreciate you sharing your passion with us here, my man. If anybody has any questions about anything we discussed on the podcast and they want to reach out to you just to ask questions about anything, whether it's coaching related or UD related or yoga related and the culture of it and maybe where they should go, I mean, how would they go about reaching out to you or finding out more information?
There's a few different ways. One is to look us up on the website at www.sidyoga.com. And you can also email me at contact, CONTACT, at sidyoga.com. And then also, in the modern day age, we're on Facebook. You can look me up through my name of Sid McNairy, as well as Sid Yoga, either way, and send me a message there. I'm really good at getting back to people via email or on Facebook. And then you can also look us up on Twitter at Sid Yoga on Twitter. So many different ways. Look forward to having anyone contact, and you can also call in, and if I'm in the area, I will get the call. If not, I will return the call as soon as possible, and our studio number is 410-321-9642.
If anyone's honestly listening to this podcast, and I mean this sincerely, if you have questions about yoga and your coach, or if you are a coach and people are asking you to put this into your program, I would reach out to Sid and just ask him to spend a couple of minutes with you just so you can ask some questions about the person you're going to be contacting with or using, or if you're going to be leading it, maybe some guidelines that he might have as far as trying to help you, help your athletes. Doing your homework ahead of time will give you a gigantic step forward with the product that you're going to put out there and the buy-in that you're going to get from the people that you're touching and getting a chance to work with. So I really appreciate you once again taking some time out of your day to share some passion here. I look forward to keeping in touch and seeing what we can do from here, my man.
Definitely. It's been great, and I look forward to many endeavors with you, man. It's been a pleasure really getting to know you and seeing what you're doing and helping athletes, and thank you for doing what you do. People love it, and I appreciate what you're doing in the world.